back to the football. Tinker Stinker time. Tinker Stinker time. Did you do any Tinker Stinker time with your lineup for fantasy football? You were pretty set.
I was actually pretty set.
You were pretty set. I see you were whooping it still. Even
oh
with
yeah.
McCaffrey
CeeDee Lamb went
like,
off 41 points. I am pissed at myself. I did not want Dalton Schultz in. Deshaun Watson's out, which means David Njoku is a fantasy machine right now, because whoever they got playing for Deshaun Watson, they utilized that tight end safety blanket. He had like 77 yards, a touchdown, or 90-some yards, a touchdown on my bench, 20-plus fucking points.
Yeah, not to bring it up like that, but since he got burnt, man, he's been literally on fire. No pun intended.
No pun intended. Yeah. But since old boy got burnt, he's been on fire. Yeah.
I do want to.
But otherwise, I mean, I'm sitting in a really good spot. Both the teams, not first place, because I'm in fourth place right now. Both the teams above me lost.
It's entirely possible tonight that I knocked Will off of his pedestal because I'm up by 22 points and he's got.
Good, because I'm the only one to beat that guy so far. And I mean,
I'm saying this for you because I need the W too to get back to 500.
Yeah.
So
I appreciate it. I hope so. I hope so. But yeah, I got my 5th win in a row this week. I'm going over 1,000 points. I'm almost at 1,104.
Yeah.
I'll be sub 930 against, which is like right above middle of the pack. Because I mean, dude, I went through the gauntlet the first 4 weeks.
You played the toughest part of your schedule the first like 5 weeks of your season.
Yeah.
I don't know how you ended it.
Because I'm pissed, dude. I lost all those games. The 3 games I lost.
Yeah.
I lost by a combined of like 6 fucking points, dude. Week 1, I lost by like 1 point.
Yeah.
Week 2, dude, I think I lost by 0.68 points. I was just trying to figure out who was going to play and who wasn't. And like my bench.
Yeah.
Dude, I had fucking 20, 30 points in each one of those games on my bench. I had the right moves been played in that beginning, I would have got that email, Will.
Yeah, do the email, the special invite only.
It would have been sick. But it's, you know, it's like, it is pretty sweet, man. Watson had me at draft pick 8, and I'm like, you know, you don't understand, all right? I said, Watson, you're taking them numbers by the production of what was completed last year. I'm looking at who's going to get the most targets, right? Like, that's who I was after, man. Like, when that draft board came up, it wasn't about a number. It was about the best available target grabber, right? And
do you want to know what's crappy?
Pickens is my fucking superstar, bro.
Do you want to know what's crappy right now, though?
I think I win the championship.
Well, yeah, I agree. Here's the thing: have you been listening to the commotion over the Deshaun Watson ordeal? So apparently, people are like saying, "Dude, does anybody want to play quarterback for the Browns outside of this PJ Walker or whatever this guy's name is?" I mean, seriously, like people are thinking he's faking the shoulder injury. I don't believe it, but it's like that's the joke going around the NFL is this guy doesn't want to play quarterback. He got his bag, Charles, and he just doesn't want to play anymore. Yeah.
And here's the thing. Check this out. Are you ready? We're going to add more to the conspiracy theory.
For life. What?
Deshaun Watson was comfortable being no one and being a nobody with all that money.
Irrelevant. Yeah.
The way the NFL treated him, he is only there to get his, and he don't matter. Now, here's the best part of the story, right? Here's where it gets different.
Yeah.
Around week 4 or 5, the scuttlebutt was if Deshaun Watson keeps putting his team in unnecessary positions with these flagrant fouls, there is actually a clause in his contract that would have allowed the Cleveland Browns to nix all of it.
Yeah, you talked about that, and we had a pretty good podcast episode. I did a short about it. I think it got like 2,500 views, and I don't think anybody picked up on it. That's the whole reason that I picked that short and that clip of it, because you and I we talked about it. That he had that clause in his contract, and people didn't realize. Yeah, if he draws another whatever penalty flag, you're like, dude, he's on the cusp of being out of.
Well, guess what happened, bro? The moment that occurred, that game, the very next game, he hit that shoulder injury and went day to day.
Yeah, they cut him out of there. They didn't cut him, but they pulled him out of the game. Yeah. Got the shoulder injury. Yep, for sure.
Now he was cleared week 1, and he was doing bad, bro. I played against him not this week, but last week in fantasy. And it was like, The first quarter, he had negative 1.8 total points and then magically became questionable.
Yeah.
He was taken out for the concussion, but he was held out for a shoulder injury, which was weird that I knew that, like, or we knew that 10 15
Yeah.
minutes after he was pulled, but the entire game, the commentators keep throwing the camera at the dude, like, and it was just so weird that on ES little PN there, the whole
Yes,
week.
little peen. Yes, little
Yeah, that's
peen.
that's what I that's what
Little peen.
that's at least my new
Yeah.
name for him,
Yeah.
dude. I'm
Little
not gonna go
peen.
with the four-letter network. I'm not gonna bounce
No,
on a
we don't.
bandwagon. It's
Yeah.
ES little PN.
Yeah.
But anywho, even they had some reporter. She's a really good reporter, but I
Yeah.
don't remember street names, so I'm not gonna remember some lady's name I seen on fucking television. But
Yeah. I mean,
but she did this report and she reported on Deshaun Watson throughout his college career coming into this. She's basically the ESPN, this is your person, right? And she pointed out a bunch of times how tough Deshaun Watson was, how tough he is, how tough they
tough.
continue.
Yeah.
And I agree. He was tough in college. He was tough when he was playing for that contract, when he was playing to get the attention of those that needed to be seen or heard, right? Like he doesn't need that anymore. He danced with the devil, walked away with a little bit of aloe, and ended up walking into a multi-billion-dollar situation. And it's like, why leave?
Right.
Yeah, trash.
I guess. Yeah. I don't. I
Can you
think we're
imagine
just
what the Browns would be though if they had 2020 Deshaun Watson?
unstoppable with that
Oh my
defense.
God.
But
Although then you go and
what are
lay
you
an
gonna do?
egg against Seattle, who I guess now is the number 2 team in the NFC.
Yeah.
They're tied,
Yeah.
but in a better position in the NFC West, I think it
And they
is.
just traded for an actual defensive lineman. They actually have a real defensive lineman now in Leonard. Oh my
Yeah,
God. The Giants give up a second and a fifth, or the Seahawks give up a second and a fifth for him.
that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Seems almost like the Christian McCaffrey highway robbery.
yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know if Leonard is still that good. I mean, 2015, this is what, 8th year in the league. Yeah, he's probably
Leonard,
getting up there. I mean,
Leonard Fournette.
no,
Oh,
Leonard. Leonard did the
yeah.
D lineman from the Giants.
Yeah.
But yes, Leonard Fournette was signed. Well, he was in Buffalo, said that he was going to sign with the Bills. I don't know if it's been confirmed yet or not, but I'm assuming he's going to sign with the Bills to back up Cook.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man, I got to tell you.
Did you watch any of that? There's just one game, and we don't have to talk about it because it sucked. The fucking battle of the bruises, the fucking Jets Giants football game. What a fucking egg of a football game, man. I feel bad for man. He freaking he misses one, and then it's like they come down the field and they can't pass. I mean, they've got Danny DeVito. They got whatever the DeVito from Illinois in there, and he can't complete a forward pass to save his life.
I think
He's
the Jets,
twice for
the Jets had -8 passing yards
yeah.
for 4 quarters.
Yeah, and then he hit 29. He hit a 51-yarder for the touchdown to Breece Hall, and then he hit a 29-yarder to Lazard.
How terrible was the tackling by the New York Giants? How terrible.
Bad.
The
really
one dude who literally just went up and like doinked him away from everyone else. It literally looked like he was like, yo, bro, I got you. You about to get tackled. And just why didn't he like wrap up? Like what was even had he successfully taken him down, and the only way to do that is to go up a little bit higher. Now that's a penalty. What world was that Giants defender in?
I don't know. There's only 2 players on that team that I have any faith in defensively, and it's Thibodeau. And I think doesn't the ex-Michigan, doesn't Peppers play there? I can't remember. Somebody plays there.
Yeah. Well, or he was playing for the Patriots.
Was the Patriots? Well, anyway, Thibodeau is the only one that I really have any faith in on that defensive line. I mean,
okay, so here we go. The Jets beat the Bills, lost to the Cowboys, lost to the Patriots, lost to the Chiefs, beat the Broncos, beat the Eagles, and just now beat the Jets.
Yeah, they're
right?
4 and well, the Jets beat the Giants, so they're 4-3, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they're 4-3.
And I guess Aaron Rodgers said some weird shit on the Pat McAfee show about if they get to 8-7 or whatever, his ass is freaking coming in there for the last game or for the playoffs. I'm like, do they really believe that 8-9 wins is gonna get them in the playoffs in the AFC? Is that what people believe, or is that kind of what the way that I haven't looked
Well,
at any
that's
of the
actually
projections yet?
that's coming up too.
Is that okay?
NFC
All right.
shakeup? Question mark. AFC who?
All
Question
right,
mark.
well, all right, then just
Yeah,
start rolling into the
yeah.
picks that we did not get correct. The stumblers that we had here. Yeah, we didn't have a terrible week so far. What did you say? 7-5. We could end up 7-5, and we went 1-1 with the head-to-head.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry
Yeah,
about that. There's some weird shit going on in the neighborhood. I have to tell you
not
about it
not
later.
not gunshots, right?
No,
Just
God,
weird
no.
shit.
Just
Just
some,
weird
some
shit.
weird shit going on in the
Yeah,
neighborhood. Yeah. So you right now in our head-to-head standings, which
yeah.
for new listeners or those of us not really sure how that's working
Charles
out
and I
yet.
have a little friendly wager going on here over like I guess maybe we'll do like a hobby pack or something.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Just a
So what
little
happens
friendly
is
bet.
each week one of us gets the NFC and the other gets the AFC, and then it switches the following week and then switches back the latter week. So what that means is if I'm at the NFC, then the following week I'm the AFC, and then the very next week I'm back to the NFC. And I pick one game for myself, NFC on NFC team, and then I pick one game for Patrick, and then Patrick on the other side
Vice
on the
versa.
AFC
Yes.
picks one for him and then picks one for me. So last week we had the Vikings and the Packers. I believe I gave that one to you.
Yes.
And we both said if we weren't Green Bay Packer fans, we were going to pick the Vikings. And I think we
Exactly.
should just start doing that from now on.
I'm not gonna start picking by not with the heart anymore. I'd probably start picking with the brain.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I got smacked too in mine. But anyways, you're
Yeah.
2-2 now. You missed on the Green Bay, but won on the Jags Steelers. And I was actually super impressed. I didn't know what Steelers team was going to show up on that one, but man, the Jags are that team that you could confidently look at and go, they're going to be there.
Yeah.
And do
Yeah,
you
they're gonna
want
be
to
up
play
there.
them? They're there.
Do you want to play them at home? Probably not. But I mean, it's a young team. You don't know what you're gonna get. It's still unpredictable. You know what you're gonna get offensively with Trevor Lawrence and ETN, and way Lawrence throws the ball around. But that defense, it's like hit and miss. But so far, the last 3-4 games, they've been pretty solid. So
They've been very solid. Okay, so touching on the Jaguars real quick, and then we'll
yeah,
bounce over to my picks. Okay, so week one they beat the Colts. They got beat by the Chiefs, but held the Chiefs to under 20 points. And I can't wait to talk about Mr. Shake It Off in Denver. But
my God, yes, it was
then they
perfect.
lose to the Texans 37-17. That was CJ Stroud's breakout game.
Yeah.
They beat the Falcons, then they beat the Bills, they beat the Colts, they beat the Saints, they beat the Steelers.
Speaking of
Series
breakout
of
games,
one.
I can't wait to talk about Will Levis and the Tennessee
Will Levis
Titans.
too. Yeah, we're gonna
Yes,
get
them
Levis.
Levis cards are going to be coming up.
I got a few of those, baby. Actually, I was pissed about how many I had, and now I'm like, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, don't be pissed no more.
Baby.
Dude, his family was pumped. That was awesome.
Jaguars coming up. Looking at their schedule out loud, I see maybe 3 more losses. Maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows what 49ers team shows up. They have 49ers next week. Then they play the Titans, Texans. Then they got the Bengals, Browns, Ravens, Bucks, Panthers, Titans. So they finished the season, Bucks, Panthers, Titans. So they could lose 3 of the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They could lose 3 of the next 6. They can go 3-3 and end the season 6-3. And what the fuck are they? What are they right now?
They're just a team with some wins. That's all they are.
Well, they've won 4 in a row, so they're 4-3. So they're 4-3, and they could end 6-3, so 10-6. I think 11. I think they'll finish 11-6. I bet.
Yeah.
The Jaguars in the AFC right now are looking at an 11-6 finish. Probs. High probs on an 11-6 finish. And really they could go 11 plus.
Yeah.
The over-under right now to end the season, 11.5. I like the Jags. I like the Jags to make it to the AFC playoffs. Definitely. So anyways, That's the Jaguars. So then my games in the NFC, I'm now 1-3. I went 1-1 this week, much better than the 0-2 last week. Play. I'm on my way back. I like to start off slow and work my way up to a mighty top. You know what I'm saying? Rams versus dem boys, and I picked the Rams. And God, I'm not upset that I was wrong. I'm not upset how wrong I was. I was way wrong. But damn, CD Lamb looked good. And
the Cowboys,
what happens when you pass the ball to CD Lamb more than 4 fucking times a game, dude.
Well, not only that, I mean, it's funny when that team comes to play. That's a top 5. That Dallas defense is good.
Yeah, and they got another touchdown. They got another turnover, forced fumble. I mean, I played against that defense. I could tell you stat by stat what the fuck they did.
But it's like when they fall asleep, they just fall asleep sometimes on defense, and they just don't fucking play. Yeah,
Michael Parsons won on 50% of his pass rushes.
Oh, he got home on 50%. So
50%. Yeah. So that means a hit, a sack, or a knockdown.
Yeah,
50%. He did great, but he's only number 4 on the 2 sacks before their 40th game list. Our man Reggie White's number 1, and I'm pretty sure Myles Garrett and TJ Watt fill out the rest.
Yeah.
I didn't look that up, and I'm not going to. I'm actually going to say right now that it probably goes Reggie White, Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, Michael Parsons.
Probably. I mean, you know, Reggie's number 1, and I think Myles Garrett just did number 2. Yeah, because they talked about it.
Yeah,
I think they talked about that.
So we got that one way wrong, but
what are you gonna do? I mean, that was kind of a they weren't playing well.
So much more from the Rams, dude. I really did. The defense was doing okay. Man,
honestly, I don't think they should have got rid of Cam Akers. He played pretty good against the Packers. I mean, they didn't have a run game up until the point they got him in the game. I mean, shit.
Yeah. No, I can't wait to get there because I was fucking section 102, row 4, seat 9. Fuck, you smell the grass. It was funny too. The wife came in real quick. Side note: the wife came in because I posted the flyover video, and the wife came in and she goes, "Babe, being there, those planes looked so much bigger." I was like, "Yeah, I mean, they weren't very. I mean, they were
probably a couple hundred feet over the stadium.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe 100, 125 feet, varying because of the wind over the stadium. I mean, it was so America. There's nothing more American. There is nothing more America than being at a fucking game and just having straight dick power fly over the skies. Here's my dick, right? I love it, man. I love it. I'm such a fucking patriot, dude. I wake up and I'm just like, I don't piss America. I get goosebumps before I piss America. Every national anthem sang correctly, and I don't mean like.
Oh, you're not talking about the Milwaukee Bucks one?
Flavor Flav. I like Flavor Flav, man.
Hey, I did. I heard it wasn't as bad as people are making it.
No, it was not. It did not give me goosebumps, but I wasn't mad. It didn't give me goosebumps, but I wasn't mad. Yeah. That the way the national anthem is sang, bro, when it hits me, bro, it's just like fucking Jesus taking over. You know what I'm saying? Like I fucking want to fall to the ground with America. So I love that shit. I fucking love it so much. But the one I did get right was the Pats versus Miami. And man, I'm learning a lot as a first year armchair analyst, right? I am a very emotional analyst. I'm an emotional person. I love it. I love the emotions.
You know, I think a lot of people that do listen to our podcast and watch the videos on YouTube expect you and I to be, they think we're professionals or something. Like they don't realize that we're just 2 armchair hacks, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it looks really pretty and we look great and sound amazing. But we appreciate you guys sticking with us.
Just give Charles and I another year, maybe.
Yeah, we love you. Yeah, because I mean, this is like episode 70? Or,
something around like that.
Somewhere around 70. We've been doing this now for I think 4 months, 5 months.
It gets better.
It keeps getting
obviously
better,
the audio got better. I mean, there's a few fuck ups in the middle. But I mean,
the trees in the background.
The trees and the car and the trees and the forest and the woods and the fairies and the pixies.
what led to this segue was, Miami beat up on the Pats. They did.
Yeah.
And, then the next morning you wake up and you hear Miami's a great team. It's like Miami's a great team until they play a good team. And then they're not so much a great team, which kind of frustrates me considering the amount of brain on that sideline for the Miami Dolphins, especially with Mike McDaniels. And then the amount of talent they have at wide receiver. I mean, the amount of talent they have just on that fucking field. Their defense is getting better, but their defense looks really good against okay and bad teams.
Yeah.
Their defense doesn't look so good against good teams. And again, we'll bring up the Miami Dolphins schedule. We'll roll through that again because they're going to be an AFC playoff team.
It's going to be a show me what you got type of season towards the end for sure. It's going to be who's got the bigger cojones. Who's got the bigger cojones? Show me your nuts.
Miami football schedule, and I'm getting interim Miami. Soccer's taking over the world, dude.
Interim Miami.
I didn't even say football. I said football. I'm right now, dude. I'm on Bing. I swear to God. Miami football season, right? I'm going to click 2023, fucking interim Miami, bro. Yeah. Look at, oh my God, the present, share screen. Which one is this? Miami football schedule 2023. I promise you, I'm not saying football. I said football.
You get the Miami Hurricanes up there as well.
Goddamn Miami Hurricanes up there. Miami hates the Dolphins. This is what I'm getting to. Binging motherfuckers in Miami hate the Dolphins. Miami NFL football schedule. This is the first time in my life I've had to tell the computer in America that we looking for Miami. All right, we're gonna break this off because nobody needed to see none of that.
No, but you did see that little kid wearing the
I love that, dude. I love that
coach,
man.
I love that coach, man. That coach is fucking awesome. You ever watch some of the hot takes, his mic'd up things?
Mike McDaniels, Dan Campbell. I mean, those are great.
Even the coach for the Vikings, I like him too. I don't mind him at all. Yeah. Anyway, he's mic'd up, and he's like, Tua, stay off Twitter. He goes, them ladies get you. He's just messing with them. He's like, I watch your Twitter.
The joke he had today. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Jalen said he was going to come back with a pick six, not a pick field goal. He kills me, man. He kills me. But let's stop that sharing. Okay, so let's get out of the preseason. Week 1, they beat the Chargers in a thriller. They beat the Patriots. They've now beaten the Patriots twice. They smoked the Broncos, which this is going to be fun to talk about here coming up with the show. But they smoked the Broncos, and they get beat by the Bills. They smoked the Giants. They smoked the Panthers. Then they get smoked by the Eagles, and now they fucking beat the Patriots. So they lose to the Bills, who arguably at the time was much healthier on defense. I get it. Josh Allen was still a fucking cannon or a bottle of cinnamon fireball, but Detroit is just driving on there. We are definitely going 7-5 this week on our pick'ems. 7-5 this week on our pick'ems for sure.
Yeah, if Detroit can't lose this one, this is the one. Oh my God, they can't lose this one.
So
shouldn't say that. Yeah, I shouldn't say that. They can lose, but they shouldn't.
Devontae Adams could literally go 18 catches, 400 yards tonight.
Right. Yeah.
When he cries about not getting catches the game before, they usually just throw him the ball 12 times, whether they win or lose. It doesn't matter. He does real good for Taco Bell and fantasy players every other week. So the Dolphins finishing the season off with the Chiefs, Raiders, Jets, Commanders, Titans, Jets, Cowboys, Ravens, Bills. Wow. Let me tell you what. I see 1, 2, 3, 4. They could end the season with 4 straight losses.
Yeah.
And they could end this season losing 5 out of the last 7. Miami, if they don't get their shit figured out against good teams, they will lose 5 of the last 7 fucking games. 2 to the Jets, 1 to the Cowboys, 1 to the Ravens, and 1 to the Bills.
Yeah, they've got to get their shit together and like be able to throw like 4 or 5 good games together instead of just this. Oh, we win 2, we lose to a good team. Win 2, lose to a good team.
They got the Chiefs coming up Sunday night.
You still got to freaking come to work and play ball, man.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They can lose 6 of their last 9. We could be talking. Who's talking about the Miami Dolphins then? If they lose 6 of their last 9, they go 3-6.
You know, honestly, nobody's probably going to be. Well, they'll still be talking about them, but you know what I mean.
Oh yeah. But I mean, if they can't play against good teams, they're losing 6 of their next 9.
Oh,
if what has happened
yeah.
so far at the first half of the season continues into the second half, they are losing 6 of their last 9. I don't even think Miami's a fucking playoff team. I think the Bills somehow or another managed to win that division one more time to get smoked in the mouth in the playoffs and just not be who they could be.
I think Miami will find enough offense to win probably 4 out of those 6 games. The only game that probably will give them trouble is a couple of those road games, but they've got a lot of them games at home too.
Dolphins at Ravens, Cowboys at home.
Yeah.
Dolphins at Chiefs, Dolphins at Jets. And then they've got the Bills at home.
I don't know if the Jets can't score enough. Even if the Dolphins have a crappy game, I don't think they've got enough offense to beat the Dolphins. I mean, they could barely beat the fucking Giants.
Do the Jets have enough defense to beat or enough offense to beat the Eagles? That they already did, and the Eagles are better than Miami, right?
They were banged up. They were banged up apparently on the offensive line. I guess they're missing 2 or 3 guys. They got
Jalen threw as many interceptions or had as many takeaways that game as he did all season, including playoffs last game. Absolutely.
But that's the thing.
Was that the Eagles having a bad game, or was that just the Jets defense? Because we're halfway into the season now, dude, and the Jets defense have made good quarterbacks look foolish.
Yeah, except for this past week when they should have lost to the Giants for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Dude, if Gano missed that field goal, oh my God. I keep going back to that. It's just fucking.
The Giants couldn't pass it to their own players, let alone the defense. So the defense couldn't.
The backup quarterback. I mean, you've seen that guy at Illinois. I mean, I feel bad for him, like coming in the NFL, like not a good first game.
Absolutely.
Go up against that defense.
The only team to do worse this week in the first half is the Green Bay Packers. I'm telling you, at one point, dude, we had 69 penalties. This is the first half. We had 69 penalty yards, 31 rushing yards, and -5 passing yards going into the last drive in the second half or in the first half.
It was negative. They had -8 up on the scoreboard, but then they corrected it because it was -3 for a rush. He got sacked, or no, behind the line. He threw a ball behind the line or whatever. Yeah.
It was so bad, dude. It was so.
And a lot of analysts are coming out and they're saying this. They're like, it's just a bad offensive scheme that doesn't fit.
It's a horrible
whatsoever,
bro. Why is Aaron Jones only running the ball 7 fucking times, dude?
Dude, did you see his brother go off
down that game? It was 10-3 coming out of the half. Why did Jordan Love throw 41 times?
Off the record, off the podcast, look up Aaron Jones' brother. He went off on Matt LaFleur. There's a video.
Everything inside of me right now is trying not to go off on this team. Matt LaFleur's actions on that sideline, looking at Lambeau Field in disgust when the motherfucker couldn't put 100 yards of offense together in a 3.5 quarters.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing, dude? Like, no. Bro, we didn't get a Bennett. Go, Pack, go till the third fucking quarter.
Yeah, when they're well, here's the other thing too.
You should have heard Lambeau Field erupt on that first down, dude.
Oh, I heard. I was watching.
My God, dude, it was so loud.
I heard the Boo Birds too. The Boo Birds were out for sure.
Bro, I was wooing. I was not booing. I was woo.
But here's the thing. This is what a lot of people don't understand. Green Bay, it's been
decades,
30 some, almost 40 years. They're not used to this shit, man. No. They're not used to this.
Too many people in the stands. I was like, y'all would be trading Troy Aikman and Peyton Manning. I said, those two combined went 1 for 22 their first season, and they had over 40 interceptions and less than 30 touchdowns. And I'm being polite on the touchdowns because I can't remember the exact number, but I know it's less than 20.
I get that players don't go from like back up to superstar in one season, but I think people expected a lot more out of this fucking offense.
How? I mean, I did. I expected a run game. What happened to our offensive line, dude?
It's banged up. I
I
don't think
mean,
any of them
it's
are
that
not
bad.
healthy
I
at
mean,
all.
it's hurt. I
Yeah,
was
I
there
think
for the injury report, dude. Outside of the people on the IR, we had no one hurt.
yeah, but I think most of those guys on the IR are starters.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they weren't very deep going into the season on the offensive line as it is. And let's just say, I'm not going to say it's, because they don't have Bakhtiari is the reason they got no run game, but it obviously isn't helping at all. They haven't been able to
We live
replace him.
so much without David Bakhtiari. Him being gone for an extended period of time can't be our run game issue. Bro, I'm telling you, Aaron Jones got 7 carries.
No, but I think that cancer is starting to seep into the team, that these players are constantly injured, and they're like Jair Alexander just came
Oh,
back from
yeah.
injury. I mean, you're talking about all these these DBs that are hurt all the fucking time. That Packers just consistently have this injury bug ridden football team every season, and people are like, get a conditioning coach. I'm like, it's not as simple as that. These players, if they don't want to play, they can fake a fucking injury. That's how it goes in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like, they
Well,
can't force you to play like in college. Like,
the
hey, dude,
most
you got to
the,
play.
the most disgusting thing about the game, though, to be 100% honest, was
Yeah.
the fact that the Minnesota Vikings on every third down and every touchdown to go situation went into the same offensive lineup and ran the same fucking play.
'Cause they couldn't stop it.
And it worked every single time. Bro, I'll never forget this the rest of my life. They're on that goal line, the touchdown that TJ Hawkinson scored right in the middle of the end zone, wide open. Him and I locked eyes, and I'm screaming, fucking TJ's going to be open in the middle. Get to the middle. I'm screaming, get to the middle. I swear that motherfucker looked me right in the eyes and smiled, juked left, went to the middle, and caught the fucking touchdown, bro. I swear to God, that's how it happened.
It's entirely possible.
Oh
He
my
can.
God, dude. I telling you, I saw the whites hit the whites of our eyes connected. And I'm like, oh, you fucker, you're not even on my fantasy team.
Hit him.
But man, being that close, I mean, it was just,
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins is a dog, dude. And I know he gets dogged on, and we rip on him a lot because he's a Michigan State quarterback. But to have the career he's had in the NFL, garbage time stats or not, the dude is good, and it does suck to see him hurt. But it sucks more for the Minnesota Vikings organization.
I think what I was more disappointed in in that Packer game is, and they said that they had a good offensive line. I'm like, if they have such a great offensive line, why were they 30th in the NFL and hadn't scored a rushing touchdown the entire fucking season coming in? If they had such a great offensive line, it makes no fucking sense. They have a great offensive line.
Minnesota only has a passing game. Kirk Cousins has been throwing 35 to 42 attempts all season long.
Dude, they only had 16 touchdowns the entire season, and they were all fucking Kirk Cousins touchdown passes.
Now, the trade I can see happening because Kirk Cousins is gone.
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook from the Jets back to the Vikings.
Well, I don't know. They got Akers.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I don't think they're going to do that one. That's up because they got rid of him technically for money too. Like, he was basically going to cost them too much money, and he wasn't worth it. He's Mr. Fumbarooski. So I'm trying to see here who's gonna. Where's the trade? Where's the old trade?
There's a loud bang. I gotta go check on my wife.
Bang bang.
Yeah, the whole crazy neighbor world again.
Crazy neighbors.
I'm telling you about.
Fucking psychos.
It's out of control, dude. That is what it is.
Yeah,
so,
I hear you.
To move on to the next thing, to finish the pick'ems, anyways.
Yeah,
we're 6-5 right now. We're looking to be 7-5. Although
we both got the Lions tonight, so come on, baby.
Got the Lions tonight.
Come on, Detroit football.
We won on the Bills. We won on the Jets. Lost on the Texans. Won on the Phillies. I lost on Atlanta. You won on Tennessee, but I won on the Saints, and you lost on the Colts. So then we lost 3 straight with fucking Chiefs, Niners, and Browns, and then capped her off with a couple wins with the Ravens and the Chargers. So that was nice.
Get you back to the 500, a little over 500.
We'll be getting close. That's for
Lions
sure.
Are up. Lions are up 3-0 on the Raiders.
Yeah, I've got the game going on up over there. The Lions were doing really good and then stalled. I didn't really see what was up with that. But so let's break into the NFC shakeup and the AFC who. Man, it's really hard to count the Phillies to not think Philadelphia is going to be making it to the Super Bowl. They're the only team that just keeps winning.
Philadelphia and Baltimore and the Jaguars are the three best teams in the NFL. I think of the three best teams in the NFL right now. And maybe and you throw Seattle in there, but I would put Seattle behind even, obviously I'm putting Seattle behind the fucking 49ers regardless. But,
yeah.
The 49ers just need to get their identity back. That's all, and get their offensive line healthy again. Because two guys are out. They're not the best offensive lineman in all of football is hurting them right now. So that does help.
It's going to be hard for me to put the 49ers above Seattle.
I'm not going to put them above Seattle. I'm just saying that I would. Until Seattle they play.
I agree with that.
The Niners ahead of them until that.
Because I mean, if Seattle, the team that played the last couple of weeks for Seattle, plays the team that played the last 3 times for the 49ers, that Seattle team beats them. And I remember saying a few weeks ago when the 49ers were looking like they were monsters, that I thought Seattle was going to be the only team that probably did beat them. So it is exciting. Oh, Lions just fumbled it. Lions just fumbled it. Amon-Ra St. Brown with the fumble. Unlucky. Yeah, so we were, what are we, 9-12?
Yeah, we need to get this back here.
Yeah, we're 9-12 right now. It's looking like we're going to be 10-12. Oh no, that was Reynolds. It was rookie Reynolds. That's too bad. Man, that Detroit Lions team has so much heart, dude.
They do. They got hard. They got a lot of really good football players.
A lot of really good football players.
So, all right, I guess we can roll right into your picks then. Go ahead and catch yourself back up here for next week.
No, those were just the picks there. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out who's going to come out of the AFC.
Wow.
Wow. And then Jimmy Garoppolo throws an interception literally the very next play. So the Lions fumble it. And then the very next play, Jimmy Garoppolo throws an interception.
Both these fucking teams right here.
That's crazy.
Both these fucking teams right here.
So a few weeks ago, my pick for the Super Bowl was the 49ers in Miami. Man.
It's going to change throughout the season. I mean, that's the way the NFL goes.
I know, but I want to stick 'em pick right now. I want to feel it. And man, I'm thinking Philadelphia and the Ravens. I'm thinking Philadelphia and Baltimore could be our Super Bowl this year. What do you think about that?
I don't have a lot of faith in Philadelphia, to be honest with you. After watching them play that football game, no.
Washington almost beat them twice this year. Yeah.
Philadelphia hasn't looked unbeatable in any game, not any game this season. They haven't looked unbeatable.
But they keep winning.
Well, they keep winning, but that eventually those games, just like the Vikings, you win the close ones. Guess what happens towards the end of the season? You wore the fuck down because you can't put teams away and just beat the hell out of them. Honestly, right now, the surprise team, and you're probably going to think I'm fucking crazy for this, and in the NFC is probably Seattle. I think Seattle and that defense, if they can get healthy, they can put some points on the board, and they've got a good enough defense.
If they get home playoff,
yeah,
because the 49ers fuck up, that's going to be tough. What about?
They've already got the head-to-head over the Lions.
Seattle Bengals.
The Bengals, yeah. I mean, but I still like the Ravens coming out of the AFC. Yeah. I think that's going to be tough for anybody to knock them off because Lamar's figuring his entire offense out with Flowers and Gus is freaking playing good. I mean, they're playing good right now. So it's all on them. So
see what happens. Let's see where the Bengals. So the Bengals are coming up week 11.
Yeah, the Bengals just got over 500. They're 4-3
so they
now.
The Ravens beat the Bengals week 2, but that was with a broken ass Joe Burrow.
Yeah, Burrow's back, baby.
Burrow's
Burrow
back.
is
He's
back.
back. He ran for
Yeah,
3 first downs, something like a touchdown, I think, and he did that. I mean, that was his total for the whole season up until that game. So he's definitely back. So the Ravens have the Seahawks coming up. I mean, that's literally a potential Super Bowl matchup,
right.
week 9, and they've got that at noon. So then they've got the Browns and Bengals. So they've got Seahawks, Browns, Bengals, then go Chargers, Rams, Jaguars, and then 49ers, Dolphins, Steelers.
Yeah.
Do we still like the Ravens?
Yeah, I still like the Ravens.
Yeah.
I don't have any problem picking the Ravens right now until I've been proven otherwise by watching them struggle against a good team. I mean, early on in the season, they were trying to figure out the fact they didn't have any fucking running backs on their team. They had no run game whatsoever. Then now Gus has been freaking whooping it up, and Lamar has figured out how to get the ball to Flowers and all these other football players. I mean, it's magic. It's like he knows where to go with the ball again.
Right.
So,
I
like
mean,
you
what are
said,
you gonna do?
Lamar beats himself, and Lamar doesn't play well in the playoffs. But I think this is the year that changes, like you said.
Yeah. So they've got the Bills, Texans, Ravens, and then Steelers, Jags, Colts, then Vikings, Steelers, Chiefs, Browns to finish it off.
Yeah,
And I just don't know who the Steelers are. I don't know. Thought I knew that their defense would be fine, but they got just
yeah.
smacked for no reason. Well, let's get into the old pick'ems. While we're doing that too, I want to throw out a couple stats. So Patrick Mahomes was 25-0 against teams multiple games under 500.
Yeah.
Until Sunday, the Denver Broncos had won a Super Bowl before they had beaten the Patrick Mahomes Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, I believe, was there for Peyton Manning's Super Bowl too.
Yeah.
So Patrick Mahomes had never lost a road divisional game until Sunday. And the Denver Broncos playing Shake It Off as Travis Kelce walks off the field was the best thing I saw all weekend.
Shake it off, shake it off.
But I got to tell you a little secret here too, man. I had to give ourselves a nice little pat on the back. Do you know how the Denver Broncos beat the Kansas City Chiefs? They hid how they double teamed Travis Kelce.
We talked about this.
He had 5 catches with 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. He had caught his 5th catch. And it forced forced Patty to do things uncharacteristically because Patrick Mahomes no longer looked at the field. He only looked to see where Travis Kelce was.
Right, and I think they held him under 70 yards too, didn't they?
Yeah.
Something like that, 68
under
or
70 yards, 0 touchdowns, 3 turnovers. And you know how the Denver Broncos, Mr. gave up 70 to the Miami Dolphins. You know how they did it? They hid how they were going to fuck up Travis Kelce, and it fucked up Patrick Mahomes. He didn't hit a check down from there. Okay, so a couple people drop passes, absolutely. But of course they're going to drop passes, bro. They're getting 2 targets a game. The moment you give them 4.
Yeah. Say what you will about Denver, but they are a well-coached football team.
Yeah.
Much more well-coached football team than the Green Bay Packers are. Obviously.
There was a whole bunch of hoopla about how Hackett had a better record through this and that and yada yada. But I'm going to tell you right now, the Denver Broncos are accomplishing things they haven't accomplished in 16 seasons. So Corbin Carroll was the youngest to open a World Series in 99 years. Congrats out to Corbin Carroll. And Merrill Kelly becomes the only pitcher to go 7 innings and 1 ERA 4 times in the same postseason. Nice. Now he's on a list of 3 or 4 other pitchers that have also done at least 4 starts of 7+ innings and only 1 earned run. But he's the only one to have done that in the same postseason. So congratulations, Merrill Kelly. It's been really fun to see. Hashtag Michigan, come at us.
Hashtag cheeseburger. Hashtag get your cameras out.
And then what we'll do
hashtag is JK.
Oh, I've got a sweet video. I talked to the Wisconsin marching band. I tried to get us hooked up with some signs.
I heard it. Yeah.
Tried to get us hooked up with some signs. They just weren't biting. Yeah. I think the Stallions thing has got them
everybody
really
notice
out.
Where's the camera, Charles? How do you do this thing?
Oh, wait.
You
Oh, other
gotta
way.
get 'em.
Wait. I gotta bring it in, turn it down, bring it up, go this way with it. It's right over there.
Yeah, it's over there.
The fucking
The
camera.
look at that little guy, the little cheeseburger guy, the little
Hey,
cheeseburger
even
guy.
this makes it
Look at
way
him.
easier. Oh, it's on my left. All right. Yeah, it's right over there.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I figured this out now. Fucking camera.
look at this guy
Let's
right here.
see. NFL
Little
score.
cheeseburger guy right there with the camera. Little
Sunday,
cheeseburger guy with the
August,
camera.
September, Monday, October. All right. October 29th. Here we go. Okay. So the head-to-head matchup. We'll get that out of the way, and then whatever's left, we'll pick them as a show. So the head-to-head matchup, I've got the NFC this week. I'm taking the Cowboys and Eagles, and I'm picking the Eagles to win. I'm picking the Eagles to win on this one. And then for you, I'm going to give you the broken Vikings versus the Falcons. Now, for our listeners, you have to understand at this point in time in the NFL season, there are not a lot of NFC versus NFC and AFC versus AFC. There's a bunch of the interleague records going on right now. So the lot we have to pick from is not very fresh, we'll say.
You know, the sad part about this is oh my God. I mean, if Bijan's back and he's healthy, the Falcons got enough offense to win this football game, and the Vikings, let's just say that Hall did not look good against the Packers defense. So if that's what they got running out there,
The
I
one
got
dude's on,
Atlanta.
what
I
they're
got
the
Atlanta
other,
all day.
yeah, the other dude is still on the IR for one more week.
Yeah.
So that's exactly who they have.
Yeah, so I'm taking Atlanta.
All right. So you got Atlanta. All right.
All
And
right.
then now you've got the AFC.
Yeah, and you know, for you, it's gonna be even tougher because I'm giving you the Dolphins Chiefs because you have to. Dolphins
Yeah.
Chiefs, both 6
Yeah.
and 2. This is a make or break game for these teams.
Versus Chiefs, and that's fantastic. So I've got the Cowboys, Eagles, and the Dolphins. Chiefs.
Charles, remember this is in Germany. This is in Germany.
Oh, and it's in Frankfurt. That's right.
Frankfurt.
It's
Yes.
in Frankfurt. I'm taking the Dolphins. I don't trust the Chiefs. I don't trust the Chiefs to get it back on track. I don't trust the Chiefs offense. I do love their defense, but Miami's going to score at least 20. They have all year. They've scored at least 20. And all right, I'm taking the Chiefs. I'm taking the Chiefs.
I got that Bills Bengals. Man,
nice.
It's just, you know, it's the Sunday night game. It's prime time. I think you and I talked about this. This is that make it. So
yeah. Who are you taking?
Man, I'm telling you, Cincinnati's been playing great football, and I just don't have enough faith in the Bills right now. I think the Bills drop to 500, and Cincinnati takes over that division 5-3.
Well, if the Bills are who we have said they are,
right?
Yeah, I agree with that.
In 100%. Joe, I trust.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. He woke up and just started throwing the ball to Jamar Chase, and man, it's
that defense came to play against the Niners too.
Yeah,
I mean they weren't just scoring touchdowns; they were playing D too. I mean, granted, Purdy had a guy in his face constantly.
Yeah, I mean, Purdy stat-wise had a really good game, but if you're going to force Brock Purdy to throw over 30 times a game, you're probably going to win that game. All right, so here we go. Week 9, we'll start with the Titans Steelers, and I'm taking the Will Levis experiment. I'm thinking the Titans are going to win that one.
I want them to win this football game so bad because I do like the Will Levis scenario. Yeah. But I mean, like I said, I'm going to not pick with my heart, and I'm going to pick with my head. I'm going to think Kenny Pickett does just enough, you know, to win this football game. Pickens has a touchdown. He gets his 4th one on the season. Steelers win by 5.
Yeah, so just a little heads up too. They threw the ball to Pickens last week or this Sunday, I think 3 times with 1 catch, 22 yards, and a touchdown. Matt Canada does not know how to do offense.
No, it's like you said, it's that Matt Canada offense, and it's like not to be that guy, but we've seen this Matt Canada offense before. We've seen it with Maryland. I mean, we saw this Matt Canada offense.
So you've got the Cardinals and the Browns. Now, Kyler Murray has been practicing. It is possible he's going to start, but Joshua Dobbs is definitely not starting if they don't go with Kyler Murray.
I got more faith in Joshua Dobbs right now than I do in Kyler Murray. I don't know about you.
Well, the organization doesn't. Murray isn't even back, and they're sitting Dobbs. They're starting the other guy. I don't even know his name.
The third stringer.
Yeah, it's already in the works that if Murray isn't back, old boy is starting. Dobbs is out.
Dude, they are seriously tanking for the number 1 pick.
They already have the number 1 draft pick in, like almost locked at this point. Yeah.
Well, they do. How do they? Well,
yeah,
I
they're
guess,
number 1. They're
well, how do
number
they?
1, and the
How do
Panthers.
they have it over? How do they have it over Carolina giving it away to the Bears though? Aren't they both 1-6 or 1-7?
Yeah. They both only have 1 win, but I guess the Cardinals are worse. I don't know.
Well, I guess. Well, I guess. Yeah. I think they have 1 more loss. I think that's what it is.
Oh yeah, because of a bye.
They
week.
don't have a bye week yet. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. You are correct. So at least they're number 1 for at least 1 more week.
Green Bay, before their loss to the Vikings, we were picking top 10 already. We're positioned to pick 7th this year. I think we're going to be looking at 5 to 7.
I think it's the top 5.
Yeah,
it's top 5 season.
And the way everything is going with the teams that are going to be picking in the top 5,
yeah,
Drake May or Caleb Williams will be available at 5. They'll probably be available at 7. So I just don't think Green Bay does that.
I heard there's a lot of rumors floating around him that his old man wants him to shut it down for the season and not save himself for the draft because they got nothing to play for.
Drake May or Caleb Williams?
Caleb Williams, his old man.
Well, he'll play in the Washington game, and if they lose that, he probably doesn't play the rest of the season.
Yeah, because he wants the Pac-12 championship or whatever.
Yeah, I can see that. Definitely. He has nothing left to play for. He's already a top 10 draft pick. He's not going to win another Heisman. He's not.
I got faith in the Browns and Tucker. I'm taking the Browns.
You're taking the Browns?
Yeah, I'm assuming you're going to take the Browns. Yeah, this might be the most no-brainer football game of the season.
You've got the Commanders versus the Patriots. This is going to be a tough game. Did the Commanders finally get it right, or did the Patriots squeak by with a win?
Sam Howell's been playing very, very good football.
Yeah, and Kendrick Bourne left this Sunday with a knee injury.
Yeah,
after his 2nd straight game with a touchdown.
I have faith in the Commanders. I think they'll be just fine against the Patriots. I think they're going to get that 4th win.
You're going to take the Commanders. I just don't have faith in them. I'm going to take the Patriots. I do not have faith in the Commanders. I don't. I cannot believe that Eric Bieniemy's offense is what it is. That's just
Sam Howell. Passing yards wise was not very far behind Kirk Cousins, dude.
No, he's doing really well, man. But it's the fact that he's
a rookie.
Starting before last Sunday, he had been sacked 40 fucking times, dude.
Yeah. And he still has 2,200 yards passing.
And the Patriots defense is pretty good. I don't want to talk you out of this one. This will help me get
Hey, the Patriots are only 1-3 at home.
Yeah. I'm still taking the Patriots. So then you've got the one I'm looking at. We're going Seahawks, Ravens.
Seahawks, Ravens. This is a tough one.
Yeah. I'm taking the Ravens. I'm taking the Ravens in this one. I think the Ravens win this one. I like the Ravens defense better, and I like Lamar Jackson over Geno Smith.
I guess I'll go the other way. I think Kenneth Walker and the Seahawks they're gonna pull this one out, and I think they're gonna squeak one by with a field goal at the end of the game. They're gonna win 30-27.
Nice. Then you've got the Rams versus Packers. I'm taking the Rams. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah. I have no faith in Green Bay whatsoever. No, when your leading rusher is A.J. Dillon on the season, yes, and he's only 1 touchdown.
And last week's leading rusher was Jordan Love. So
right.
Yeah, we just skip right past that one. And then you've got the Bucs Texans. Man, the Texans laid an egg against Carolina.
Dude, this is a very interesting matchup.
Yeah.
Extremely interesting. Even though, I'm going
to take the Texans in this one.
I got Texans too, man. The Baker Mayfield experience is done for me.
Even though Baker Mayfield has played for 8 different coaches in 6
seasons. His stats are pretty fun, pretty crazy, pretty wild.
He definitely didn't need to retake that Brett Favre photo. We'll just say that.
No, did not need to.
So then you've got the Bears Saints, and
this is a pretty easy one. This is a pretty easy one without Justin Fields. I mean, the Bears with Baggett and Bagent, whatever you call it, they've
Been a
looked
beautiful
mediocre.
story. It was a
It is.
fantastic first week, but he was kicked
His
back
dad,
into
the old arm wrestling champion.
Yeah, it's been a
they're
beautiful
not gonna arm wrestle their way out of New Orleans with a win. So Saints.
Panthers get back on track. I take the Colts versus the Panthers. I take the Colts in this one.
Yeah, I agree. Minshew time. Yeah, there's not enough offense in Carolina no matter what they do. That win was very, very deceiving. I mean, I think that was just more Houston not playing well. Carolina.
So Danny Dimes will be back. Danny Dimes will be back for the Giants versus the Raiders.
Yeah, and I mean, I think
we're about halfway into the second quarter, and the Lions have only managed 3 points. The Raiders defense seems to have woken up. They just don't have an offense. Neither does New York. I'm taking the Raiders in this one. Raiders.
I want the Giants play good defense this past week, and I'll take Danny Dimes coming back for a victory.
You got the Giants,
the G-men.
Eagles and Cowboys taken, Bills, Bengals taken. So then we've got the Monday night matchup.
Oh, this is
Chargers versus the Jets. I'm taking the Chargers.
Stinker. Yeah, this is a Chargers. I'm not taking the Chargers. I'll take the Jets. I mean, this is stinker time for me because I've got 2 players. I got Breece Hall going, and I need them. I mean, I'm going to pick this one with the heart because I need them to win. I need them to win, so I'm going to pick the Jets.
So quick recap, Titans, Steelers. I got the Titans, you got the Steelers. We both got the Browns. Patriots for me, Commanders for you, Ravens for me, Seahawks for you, Rams, Texans, Saints, Colts, and then Raiders, Giants. Raiders for me, Giants for you, and we finish off Monday night with Chargers for me and Jets for you. So I like it. All right, and then this pretty much brings us up to one of our new favorite segments of the week.
Yeah, it is.
What rotates my gears in the opposite direction. I'm going to break this down for you people real quick. It's 2023. If you're still one of them motherfuckers out there not wearing deodorant, who are you? Where are you from? Where are you going? Where have you been that you live in a circle of people who let you walk out into that world without wearing deodorant? It's so bad that it punches you in the mouth. The rest of us can smell what you can't because your nose does this thing. It's like built into your fucking DNA, right? It's how humans survived this long, is that once a smell becomes familiar to your nose, you no longer smell it. But just because you can't smell it, it doesn't mean nobody else can smell it. This goes right along the lines with you sons of bitches who wear too much perfume. But we'll talk about you later, because right now we're talking about the motherfuckers who don't wear deodorant. It makes no sense to me, bro. It's 2023. I didn't realize that as an adult, I had to walk around with a 98-cent stick of deodorant in my vehicle that I bought from a fucking gas station so I can hand it to the next individual who decided I'm not wearing deodorant the rest of my life.
It's a good one. We've ran into a few of those people. I had one today too. I had one that rotated my gears in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Oh man. I'll save it for. I'm going to save it for next week.
Save it for next week. Yeah,
I'm going to save it. It's a good one.
Can't wait to hear it. But it's 2023, people. Wear some fucking deodorant. And for the rest of you, though, smile more. Saves lives.